Hey there. How you guys doing? Sorry I was a little bit late. Had to redo all my settings because OBS updated. So it took me a little bit longer than usual. Hope you all are well on this Friday evening. Today, I don't really have a specific plan in mind, so we're just gonna do whatever's available. I know there's still some events I need to complete. We'll probably do a little bit of TCG as well. And I think we might do actually Dane's Leaf story while we were at it, because I do plan to do Inazuma quite soon, maybe over the weekends even. So this should be interesting. Savik, that's the biggest slander I ever had in my life. You should be ashamed of yourself. How do you sleep at night? Just because you're true, you think you can say that. Well, joke's on you, I'm not even British, so there's that. Just because my passport says I am, doesn't mean it. It's a dirty lie. Alright, let's begin with doing a little bit of daily commissions while I'll catch up with you guys, tell you how I was, what was going on, in case you don't know. So, basically I was ill. That's the gist of it. Thank you for coming for my TED Talk. Jokes aside, caught a little bit of an illness on Sunday stream. Not sure if it's because of a stream, but it could be related. I'm not gonna say the streaming 10 hours in a row, 2 days, is a good thing. But you know what? We'll put that aside. So, I got sick, was trying to treat myself. Was actually planning to go live yesterday, but was still like a little bit off. If you are part of Discord, you probably heard the voice clip I sent, so I wasn't sounding that great. So I decided, you know what, I'll hold off another day. And as you can see today, I still don't sound perfectly fine, but I'm functional, let's say. I don't feel like I'm dying, at least. So there's that. Other than that, I didn't really do much besides just rest and have a little sing. I think Genshin just glitched out for a second. Couldn't switch characters for some reason. That was a bit unusual. But as I was saying, read quite a lot of stuff. Mostly manga and manhwa. Caught up on a few series I was quite interested in. And quite a few new releases. One of the primary one that I read was Illicit. I caught up on like 50 chapters that I wasn't able to read in a while. And I think Warn into a Newbie was another one that I read entirely. It was quite fun. I always like hesitant to read about game-related series because usually they are pretty bland and boring. But that one's pretty fun. It's unlike the plain hero type characters. The character is more of an antagonist, which is always fun for me. Because at least then it's no cliche. Although nowadays, you can argue that being a villain is more of a cliche than anything. Alright, there we go. First one done. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. Didn't really feel like 100% being able to do anything really until like Wednesday. So for the first 3 days I was like fully cocked out. I couldn't even like get out of bed in the morning. So I slept for like at least 18 hours a day, which is no fun. So yeah, I hate being sick, but unfortunately, I've been sick like maybe 4 times in the past half a year. And I know it's just because of the weather, but I despise it immensely. I used to love getting sick when I was a child, but when you're an adult, it's more of an inconvenience than anything, because at least as a child, you don't have any responsibilities, so you can just stay at home, you don't play video games all day. But when you have shit to do, it's kind of hard, you know? Yes, Avik? I can recommend you quite a lot of, like, main character villain type manhwas. This is my favorite type, because honestly, there's very few series that I like that have main character as a hero. Just because they do them so fucking bland. I don't know if it's me, but for some reason, whenever the character is hero, it's just so bland, because, like, they either refuse to, like, kill anyone for whatever reason, or they're just so basic and predictable that it's just boring to me. And whenever a character is a villain, it's just more fun, because you never know what's gonna happen. It's more of a, like, twist and turn type situation. Oh, hey there, Greg. Hopefully you're doing okay. But yeah, that's basically why. Because that manhwa has, like, I think last time I checked, 127 chapters? Something like that. So it's quite a long read. But it's quite interesting, because basically the main character is kind of like a troll. And he just goes around and, like, steals first achievements from other people. And, like, kills them if they annoy him. Stuff like that. And he also wanders naked, pretty much. So he wanders in, like, a bodysuit type situation with a cape. Which is fun. I think majority of people just call him something like Crazed Pervert or something like that. Give him a nickname. So I just find the main character so fucking cool. Because he's the type of dude that just doesn't care whatever anyone says. He just does his own thing. He doesn't care about, like, respect or fame or shit like that. He just goes around, steals shit, and in real world, he basically built a cult that worships him as a professional player. So he has, like, a double identity. One where he's this, like, maniac type main character that just goes around and, like, slaughters people, finds achievements, and, like, steals everything. And on the other way, in real life, he's, like, a pro gamer for the same game, and, like, hailed as the greatest player that ever existed. And he's both at the same time. And in one particular scene, he basically fought against himself by using a mimic, which is like a monster inside the game, to pretend like he kills himself. Because in one particular instance, like, everybody was against him as a maniac. So he killed himself to not get a penalty. And, like, shit like that. He just comes up with a lot of crazy stuff, which I find hilarious. I really recommend it. It's One into a Newbie. It's, like, really, really good series. Anyway, I got a little bit off topic. But I thought I'd share. Because it's been a while since I've had such a good laugh reading a series. It's really, really fun. I mean, as I said, Savik, it is a fever dream, but it's a good one. Because, like, there's rarely series that kind of make me laugh. Like, genuinely laugh. Not like, you know, exhale type situation, but, like, a good hearty laugh. And it's one of them. I fucking enjoyed it to the fullest of it. Because, like, the thing is, it's fine if the main character is, like, good and has morals or anything, but it's just kind of boring to me. I don't know if it's just because I behave that way in real life, like, I try to be good to people, you know, considerate and stuff like that. So to me, it's just exceptionally boring. So I want to see something, you know, cool and unpredictable. Because in real life, you wouldn't be an asshole, you know? Like, you wouldn't just walk up to somebody and just slap them randomly just because they annoyed you. But this guy would, in-game. So, it's kind of fun to me. I like that. Another really, really good one, if you are looking for, like, anti-hero. The guy is not particularly a villain, but this is probably my favorite manhwa of all time. So, I think... Let me Google. I think it's called Return of a Triple S class hero. I think. The main character is Rokan, which... My OBS just disconnected. That was fun. God damn it. I think I'm back now. Yeah, okay, I'm back. So, picture this. You top ranking player inside of a game. You slay every single player that stands in your way. But there's a catch. There's a guild that wants to hunt you down that consists of the top of the cream of the crop players that want to hunt you just because you wouldn't join them. And they slaughter you over and over again until your level decreases to the point where you are not one of the top rankers. What do? Do you just give up? No, you go back in time and you slay them. That's the premise, but let me explain. So, he gets slayed to the point of that he loses his title. He gets depressed, as you would. He considers selling his gold in order to make ends meet. But there's a catch. He goes to sleep, he wakes up 10 years before. Boom, just like that. He goes outside. The first thing he does, he bashes his head inside of a little lamppost. Why? Don't ask me, I don't know, but he does that. He screams at the top of his lungs at the enemy that he'll kill him because he thinks that he's inside of an illusion. Pretty interesting so far. Now there go your attention. He goes to a local convenience store. Shouts as a clerk because he thinks he's the one that made the illusion. Storms out of the shop, goes back, thinks, ponders about his life for a second, meets his ex-girlfriend that cheated on him, and he's like, fuck that bitch, I'm going back to play video games. What a Chad. Buys a game again, the entire capsule situation, goes back into the game, chooses a berserker class as a Chad that he is, goes inside the village, the newbie village, trains for 10 days straight to get an achievement, becomes the most OP newbie to ever existed, then goes on a hunt and starts slaying player killers players. He kills them over and over again, exterminates the entire guild, meets his old foe, demolishes him. Then more people come. He slays them all. Then more people come. He kills the entire guild of fucking top rank players. He slays them to the point that they offer a real life reward for somebody to fucking kill him. Sells all the items that he got from those players on an auction. Makes money that way. Then buys houses, goes into real estate inside the game, buys entire market, starts selling the houses, becomes a rich tycoon. The next thing he does, levels up. Let's start killing again. That's a premise, so I'm just telling you, this manhwa is one of the fucking greatest things that ever existed in the universe. If I didn't sell you on that description, I'm not doing it justice. I'm just giving you like a general overview. But I strongly recommend you to check Return of the Triple S class ranker. It's one of the greatest piece of literature this goddamn planet has ever seen. And the main character is the greatest man to ever existed besides John Lee. He's like right there. He's a second place, okay? He's like right there, almost there, but not quite. Not quite. So, yeah. Definitely check it out. Because if you don't, you're missing out on life. And that's quite sad. Anyway, we got distracted. Let's get back to it. Okay. I got distracted, but listen. I got passionate there for a second. It was worth it. Anyway, what were you up to, guys, in chat? I didn't even check. I swear, Savik, it will change your goddamn life. You will be a new man. Just like Jean Lee changed my life, this manhwa will change yours. You will become a true believer. Because I swear to God, that man is something else. He's built different. And I think the manhwa has like 50 chapters, so it's plenty to read. It's gonna like give you an entire day or two if you want to take it slow. to like immerse yourself. Because that shit is good. And fun fact, I started this channel by dubbing 2 first chapters of this manhwa. Not sure if any of you in chat saw it, because it got deleted due to copyright issues. But goddamn, that was a piece of art, if I do say so myself, that nobody will ever see again, because I got blasted with copyright on it. But goddamn, that was good. I was proud of it as well. Are you kidding me? I put so much effort, because like Rokan just feels like my kind of voice acting style, you know? I like gave him such a good voice, and it's such a shame they can't show it, but it was glorious. I might post it in Discord just so you guys see it, and if I can find it, I think I still have it somewhere on my old laptop. But goddamn, that was odd, honestly. I go like a scream to the T. Like the scream that he does in the first chapter, I think I got it to a T. If I had a good microphone when I was doing it, I think I would have done it more justice. I might do it again just for fun and post it in Discord, just like side-by-side comparison when I did it first and when I do it now. Goddamn, that was good. That was some good voice acting, if I do so myself. I gave like the voices for every single character as well. There was like 8 different characters maybe, and yeah. You will be surprised at how awful and great it is at the same time. You never seen the most awfully good thing in your life. You can bet your sweet ass on that. Anyway, what was I saying? Something about Zhongli, probably. I mean, honestly, guys, if you want to do that, I'll give you some recommendations. Like, if you actually want to, like, get into it, because I know that you guys probably not as deep into, like, manhwa stuff as I am. Because I've been into it for, like, years now. But I can definitely recommend some cool stuff. Because, like, I know some underground titles that probably not many know. I know manhwa that has 3,000 chapters. I bet you never even heard of it. 3,000. Think about it. Not 300. Not 30. Not 3. 3,000. And one chapter gets released every single day. One chapter gets released every single day. Think about that. This manhwa has been going for years. I don't know how they do it. The lads that make it must be goddamn insane. Because the chapters are not short either. And it's good. That's the issue. It's good. It's not like it's been fan-made by some basement dwellers. It's actually made by some decent people who can do story writing. And that's what's scary. Because I don't understand who made it and why. And what they tried to do with it. Because I think they're trying to take over the world with this goddamn title. It's called Marshall Peak. And goddamn, it has twists and turns. Like, it starts as a basic cultivation manhwa, and then we go to space. I'm not even fucking joking. We actually go into space to battle aliens. We start with battling humans and, like, monsters, and then we go to battle fucking aliens and jump from planet to planet in, like, chapter 1000 or something. I swear, that manhwa is insane. It has so much goddamn stupidity in it, but a good kind, that I can't even explain it. Alright, let's go kill some bosses, Jeff. Let's go. I'll keep you occupied for now, because I know you're bored, probably. I mean, I'm telling you, the Chinese people are fucking insane when it comes to manhwa, because they release that stuff almost, like, on the clock. Like, I don't know how they do it. Do they have, like, labor-intensive care there? I don't know. They might have, like, 1,000 people on the clock. They just draw all the time. They don't even sleep. I don't know. But they do something there. That's unlike anyone else. Because I'm not even kidding. I remember I started reading that manhwa about 3 years ago. And 3 years ago, I think it had 1,500 chapters or something like that. And now I think it had 3,500 chapters. I'm not even joking. I'm like, how? How are you doing this? They release like 2 chapters a day now, I think. And I'm like, what? Why or how? Because it's not easy. Like, do they have just like machines make it? I don't know. Because it must be. Like, I don't think you can draw that fast and just churn it out. Like, I seriously have no clue how it's made. Manhwa is the Korean manga, pretty much just colorized. Manhwa is a Chinese manga that is colorized. And the manga is a Japanese manga, Jeff. Basically thinks of it as comic books, but cool. That's what it is. It's basically gist of it. Oh, hey Elizabeth. We're doing okay. Just talking a little bit about like manga and manhwa and stuff. I was just telling guys how there's a title that has over 3,000 chapters, and they release 2 chapters a day now, for the past 3 years at least. It's a Chinese company, and I don't know how they do it, but I swear they have maybe like 1,000 workers there. They just draw on the clock from goddamn sunrise to dawn, because otherwise I can't explain it. It's honestly impressive. The title of it is Marshall Peak. If you guys don't believe me, like, Google it. I swear, I don't understand how it's possible. But it's the only... I think the only other one that comes close is like 800 chapters. The other Chinese manhwa. There's no single one that's even another 1,000. I don't know how those people do it. I don't even know a single manga. Like, even One Piece, I think, only has 1,000 something chapters. So I'm like... Chinese people are insane, honestly, when it comes to stuff like that. Because they have a lot of manhwas. There's like over 500 chapters. I think I can count at least 20. I can name a single like, no, that's not true. I can't name you even 5 mangas that have over like 300 chapters. Granted, mangas are usually much longer, but still, it's like, goddamn. And the art is good, because like, the art is colorized, so it's much harder to make. Mangas are black and white, which means that you can skip like the colorization step at all, and just focus directly on just multiplying the chapters. Because I think they do have like a certain pre-schedule type situation, like the pre-make panels and just, you know, paste the characters into them. But still, it's like, I just don't understand how the logistics of it. Because I've been to Japan before, and I've went to like manga shops where people would showcase how to draw manga. And I was like asking questions, and usually one panel, not even like the entire manga, one panel would take hours to make for people. No, not like minutes, hours. And they don't get paid for it much either, which is sad. Because, goddamn, some talented people out there. But apparently they don't get paid that much, which is unfortunate. At least not on, like, lower level. You need to be, like, very good in order to actually make decent money from it. Which is sad, because, like, art is so cool. And I wish that people would get rewarded for their hard work. Because... I don't know. I like the idea of like talented people getting what they deserve. I think it's very important. Oh, absolutely no worries, Elizabeth. It's honestly okay. As I said, the name of the manhwa is Marshall Peak. So, I'll drop in chat the link for it if you guys want to check it out. Let's
Good
see.
things come to those who don't wait around. That's what they say anyway. Knowing my luck, the opposite is probably true for me.
So this is where I read it. Yeah, I just Googled it. 3,037 chapters.
Oh, wow.
Right now.
Where did that come from?
And I don't know how long it's been going, even. That's the scary part. It could be going for decades already. But I don't think so. So, this is link. I'll drop it in chat right now, guys, for you. There you go, if you want to read it.
Adventure team, assemble!
I think that's what I read it. It's not necessarily the one you should use, but if you want to check it out. As I said, 3,000 chapters is gonna get you occupied for years. I don't think even I read half of it. I think I stopped at like 1,400th chapter, and it took me months to get there. I think it took me like 3 months at least of non-stop reading. It's goddamn insane. I doubt there's a single person out there that's actually got through all of it. I would be very surprised with the amount of chapters they release that anybody is that dedicated to actually completed it. I say that while somebody like, oh, I read that. I just finished today the 3037th chapter. I'm telling you, Savik, I'm not joking around. Like, it's not some low-level, like, bullshit type comic that some 8-year-old made. It's actually good. Which is scary to me. Because, like, when you think about Chinese manhwas, they're usually one of the two. They're either insane or very bad. And there's no in between.
I'm sure
I can name you so many very terrible pieces of literature with insane art. Like, insane art. Like, so good. But the literature is so crap. It's not worth reading. But there's also a lot of really good titles. Another one is Volcanic Age, which is another really, really good one. Then I think there's Battle Against Gods. There's another really, really good one. What else can I recommend? I have, like, on my phone a bunch of bookmarks. They're like select on the chapter that I stopped. And I think I have like 100 different titles if you guys are interested on there. So I can definitely like recommend you some cool stuff if you are ever interested in reading. Because I do have quite a lot of passion about this subject. Because I love reading. Whenever I like commute to work, I always on my phone reading something. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, I read so much crap that I can determine if manhwa is good by reading the first... by reading, like, the synopsis. I don't even need to open the manhwa to tell you what it's going to be about half the time. That's how deep I am. So, yeah. I have a problem. It's not good. But... the dragon is not there yet. Need to wait a little bit longer. Well, yeah, I would really, really recommend it, guys, for you to get into manhwas and mangas, because the writing is good, and it's also really good art. So if you are wanting something like... Because I personally don't like books, because I'm a child, and I hate reading plain text. It's boring to me. Now, that being said... I love reading in general, it's just I get bored of it if it's just plain text. So, I need pictures to distract my childish brain and make it fun. So, that's why I'm reading manhwas and mangas since the age of like 18. Because ever since I turned 18, I was like, pictures? Yes, please. So yeah, that's the gist of it. I can climb it. I can definitely climb it. He says as he's about to drop down to his ultimate demise. As I said, guys, if you are looking for really, really good titles, just shoot me like a message in Disc. I'll give you all the titles you ever want. You can just tell me like the genre, and I'll give you like 5 titles. Whether it's like romance, where it's like martial arts, where it's like gaming related stuff, if it's mystery. Another really, really good one, if you are guys like into brain boggling type of situation, where it's like it's cool fights, but it's mostly like very mystery oriented, or like deep into how would I put it? It's basically, I give you synopsis. So as a main character, right, who gets killed, and he gets transmigrated into like a battlefield of sorts with a bunch of other people, and he gets an ability that he can predict what other people are capable of. He can kind of see the future, and he gathers like people that are actually useful to him, because he doesn't have a talent of his own, so he's not like insanely strong or anything. He just tries to like find people who are insanely strong and kind of coerce them by knowing the future and like knowing their weaknesses into helping him and like becoming his subordinates of sorts. And that's like an ongoing battle between like this regressor guy who is like really, really strong but very naive, and like follows our protagonist into whatever he tells him to do, essentially, at a later point. While the protagonist is insanely weak in comparison, but he's so smart that he's able to manipulate both emotionally and physically everybody around him and like do his bidding. And there's like a lot of mysteries, there's a lot of like underhanded tricks, killing going on. I think the title of it was, let me see. It's a very good read. Like if you are looking at like insane literature, you probably can't even find in books sometimes. It was
now to start reeling them in.
Let me see. Should be somewhere here. I swear I had it bookmarked somewhere. Oh, Regressor Instruction Manual. The story there is insane. Like I'll drop a link for you guys as well for this one. Like, give this one a read ASAP if you are into that type of stuff. Like, that stuff is insane. I would strongly recommend you read it.
I'm sure I've forgotten something.
Alright, let's get this party started, Boris. Or Andreas, whatever you want to say. Probably using Naito for the fight is not the greatest idea, but you know what? I've never been known for making wise decisions.
Let me have a go.
Oh, hey, Doc. Sorry, didn't notice you at first. Yeah, we're doing alright, just talking a little bit about manhwa and manga. I guess it's a little bit of a chatty episode, if you will, of live stream. Wait, Boris, don't, no, god damn it. Put another pillar. Thank you, Jeff. Okay, now that's where we should be. Looking down upon the world from Jean-Lee's pillar. Glorious. As it should be. Absolutely no worries. I mean, that's a website that I mostly used to read a lot of titles anyway. because the translators there are insanely good. Like, they are mostly, like, you know, fan-made, but they are fan-made to, like, a very high-quality standard. Nothing good, but we got Dream Soul, which is great for future. That's one thing to look forward to. Alright, let's go play some TCG while I'll talk a little bit more about manhwa stuff. Because I have quite a little bit more to say. Let's go do the challenges, because I don't think I did. Unless... No, I didn't. I'm pretty sure.
Adventure time.
Alright, let's see who we have this week. Hopefully somebody fun. Ooh, Sucrose. Anyone else? Let's see here. Ooh, Wagner. Not sure who this lady is. Let's start with Sucrose, I guess. Let's play. Mona, Jarlene. Not sure what Jarlene does. I don't think I actually ever played against her, so that would be interesting. Don't think I need food from beginnings. Probably a little bit of a waste to keep. Oh, that's good, that's good. Some good stuff. Let's start with Dilek.
Let's finish this swiftly.
Let's see what we got. I need to sneeze. Goddamn. No, it's gone. I always hate that feeling when you, like, need to sneeze, but it doesn't come out. It's like the worst feeling ever. Because you know it lingers. It doesn't just go away. Let's see. Probably use a sword. Yeah, let's go with that. I think I'll use this round just to, like, get my Dilek up to full speed. And then we'll do some ass blasting later. Greg, I don't know what to tell you. What do you mean, what kind of sneeze? I don't know, just, you know, regular. I don't know how to answer that, Greg. Is a sneeze like a sneeze? I don't know. I don't, like, you know, breathe fire. You know. I mean, you'll be the first one to hear. I promise, Greg, if I do sneeze, which is probably gonna happen during this live stream, because I'm still not 100%. So, ooh, I'll probably switch to Sucrose now. Should I? Nah, it's fine. Ah, she swapped as well. That's a bit annoying. Oh, no worries, Jeff. I don't know. No, like, it's not super loud, but it definitely has volume to it. But, like, I don't know. I usually don't listen to it. It just happens, you know? It's not like I'm a sneezing machine, you know? Just can do it on command. But... I guess it's like, you know, a little bit on the low volume side. I try not to make a scene out of it. Actually, talking about sneezing, I hate people that, like, make the entire shebang out of it and, like, sneeze like they're about to, I don't know, start a boss battle or something. Because, like, my dad is one of those people that sneezes loud as hell. Like, whenever he sneezes, I can hear it. I don't need to know where he is, I can hear it. He can be in, like, the other room, close the door, like, lock it, like, cover himself in blanket and sneeze, I'll still hear it. That's how loud it is. Because even whenever I'm, like, gaming, sometimes, I'll be, like, listening to music or whatever, and I hear loud noise, and I'm like, I see, that is up to something. I'm like, not to, like, diss my dad, but, you know, it's just funny to me. I don't know why. Alright, let's get ores on the field. I mean, I don't know. I don't like causing public distress or commotion, I guess. So I try not to, like, do too audible of a cough or sneeze. So maybe that's why mine is not, like, super loud. Because, like, you can definitely make it loud. It kind of depends how you let it out. But I just don't really like doing that. Because I'm very self-conscious when it comes to, like, causing any public distress. Because, like, I don't wanna, you know, make people, like, angry with me. Because I'm not, like, super socially, you know, what would be the right word?
Let's finish
Super
this.
socially, like, inept. So, you know, I need to, like, make sure that I have a game plan whenever I'm socializing. So I try not to cause too much of a scene whenever I do something. Otherwise, I feel like, you know, I've been compromised. So, yeah.
Animal hypostasis emulation.
Alex, what do you mean the orange started smoking? That's not normal. Also, you go raw sausage. What is the story there? I swear, there's a story there that you just don't tell us. That's not normal. I don't know what kind of school you go in, Hogwarts or something, but, like, that's not a normal occurrence. The weirdest thing that happened at my lunch table is somebody, like, fainted, but, like, I don't think it was because of the food, although I don't know, it could be. And just fell into their tray of food. That's the weirdest thing that happened. I never had, like, an orange start blowing up. You sure it wasn't grenade or something? You know, just mask as an orange. Good old orange grenade. Let's see. Need to transform these two. We'll be back to that. Just let me destroy the sucrose real quick.
My research has failed.
I mean, ADHD, I can relate. Alex, are you kidding me? I have one myself. I'm like, my brain just erupts every now and again. I feel like I have an aneurysm. Alright, that's good. Doing pretty well so far. If I do say so myself, usually I would be losing by now, but you know what? I guess today we're feeling pretty victorious. Although I do say that I don't think I ever lost against NPC. I didn't win against a player once though, so there's that. I got lost like 3 to 4 times, which shows my track record to be not the greatest, but you know, it's not the worst at least. Because goddamn, if I was losing to
It's the fire.
AIs, I would feel so dumb. There we go.
Retribution!
Goddamn, 11 damage, that's quite a lot. I guess it's because I have him fully pimped out with like artifact, weapon, and even the card. That's probably why. But still. My Diluc is quite beefy. And let's put this on, because I do love it. That's probably my favorite like field card, just because it makes my rolls good, for once. It doesn't make them feel like I've been conned. yet again. Because usually how I feel with dice. I'm not a good gambler, as you can tell. So dice do not favor me.
Stand clear. My reckoning has come.
Jeff, we don't talk about that. We never lost. I don't know what you talk about. AI's just, you know, I gave them a pity win, okay? We don't call that losing. We call that a strategic
Find and eliminate my errors.
retreat, okay? Strategic retreat into victory, because you know what? I did beat them afterwards. I just gave them a chance to feel good. For once. And then I crushed their hopes and dreams into smithereens. That's how you do it. You let them into false sense of security. You lure them in, right? And then you crush them with a harsh reality of the fact that it's just a computer. They don't have real emotions. So they don't feel sad when they lose, unlike us. Because I cried that day, you know, a little bit. But then I went in, I wiped my tears with a handkerchief made out of Jean-Lee's cloth that I acquired from a trusted source. And I said, you know what? Let's do it again. And that's what life is all about. Just highs and lows, really. Because how can you experience the sweet scent of victory if you never lost? How would you truly know what victory feels like if all is victory? It just will all be meaningless in the end. I don't know what I'm talking about, but you know what? It sounded profound, so take that as you will.
Let's go.
I mean, look, Greg. Unless you have big brain, like I do sometimes, like 5% of the time, how else can you play Genshin, honestly? With so many high IQ opponents inside, you gotta adapt and develop, otherwise you're gonna get left behind and dead. I mean, do you see this man right here? This man has like a bachelor degree in everything. Probably graduated from Oxford or something, you know? He's just hiding in low, in plain sight. Not being suspected by anyone. Like he has like a new building, entire warehouse somewhere in like the middle of Mondstadt. And nobody doesn't even knows. But I saw it. I saw it. I found it out. I sniffed it out. I'm like Scooby-Doo, okay? I was about to rip his mask off, and he was about to scold me, say that I'm a meddling child, and there I had a dog somewhere, in the name of Paimon. If it wasn't for us, he would get away with it, but you know what? I said no. I put my foot down and I said, not today. So we're gonna expose him yet again. And we're gonna put him in the slammers where he belongs. As I said, that's what life is all about. You expose some evil geniuses here and there in Genshin. You do a couple daily quests, you find a few chests, and you call it a day. And then you repeat that over and over again. You get into a routine. Do you know how many criminals I call already in Genshin? Numbers, who? 3 digits, at least. That's at least. Like, the amount of criminals I put in jail, they have to build another one. Just because of how many I did put in there. They just said, we're out of room. We don't have any more. You're too good. And I'm like, well, build another one. Because you know what? I'm gonna put more. Ooh. I think medicine's started to take effect. I think I'm getting delirious. But you know what? It's not gonna stop us today. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna achieve the truth. We're gonna open our third eye today. And we're gonna see the true meaning of this world. We're gonna ascend to Celestia. And we're gonna goddamn find out who actually stole our sister for once. Because you know what? Genshin will never tell us. So we might as well just do it ourselves. We're just gonna go knock on their door and said, open up. It's FBI.
I can do it.
Listen, the only thing I'm high on is life. Because clearly I lived too much of it already. In one day. Look, as I said, we're in the middle of the operation here. Sting operation is in progress. And all of you are actual accomplices, okay? So if I'm getting caught by doing a goddamn duty, you're all going down with me, okay? We're all in this together. So just because I'm a self-proclaimed goddamn Dark Knight here, doesn't mean that you can all slack off, okay? We're all in this together. As a goddamn prophet of our time would say, family is important. Family is everything, okay? And we are family. Because what could be closer than family? Just because we're not related by blood doesn't mean we are not family, okay? We are connected by something stronger than blood. And their thirst. Thirst for many things. Such as Zhongli and Primogems. And something to live by, okay? And don't let others tell you otherwise. What was I doing? Oh, right. I was fighting Patton. Never trusted that guy. The first time I saw him, I was like, that guy definitely builds nukes in his warehouse. I could smell it. I could smell it from a mile away. Like, if you asked me yesterday, what do you think about Patton? I would be like, don't like that guy. Definitely has nukes. I saw it. I saw it. I was like, that guy smells of nukes from him. Just reeking off. I don't know how can you not smell it. I mean, even Paimon was like, I don't feel good about that one. And Paimon feels good about anything. What do you mean we had a good run, Simon? I don't understand what you mean. It's all good. Like, we are in the middle of busting a criminal here. It's all going great. We are winning. Just because as nobody says we are winning, doesn't mean we are not. Just because we don't have a dad inside Genshin to come and tell us that we are winning, doesn't make it not worth it in the end. We'll call Zhongli to tell us that we are winning, because he is kind of our dad at this point. Since our real one is probably gone by the looks of it. I'm pretty sure Aether's parents are as gone as his ability to talk. Or as present as his social awareness. So we are pretty screwed on that front. So might as well make our own. Build your own parents simulator. That's what we're gonna make inside Genshin. Just gonna make like mannequin parents.
Let me scrap.
Like dress a few hilichurls into costumes and just carry them around. Let's see. I'm losing my goddamn mind.
Stand clear.
I didn't even pay attention what I was doing for the past like 5 minutes. I don't think anyone did really. Let's do that. I mean, if Zhongli told me I'm winning, that would be glorious. Are you kidding me? Everything would be completed. We would achieve true happiness for once. And I don't know why I did that, because I don't have enough dice anyway, so that was a waste. But you know what? We'll take it. We'll take it on the chin. Every action I take, I ask myself, what would Zhongli do? And 90% of the time is the opposite of what I'm doing, but you know what? It's all about being original. It's all about being different. Just because it's not, you know, the most convenient or even good way of doing it, doesn't mean we still shouldn't. What I'm talking about, I don't know. You take it for what you will. I'm just a messenger here.
Swirl, Mark 2.
A very mental and well at the moment messenger, but you know what? A messenger nonetheless. And my message is that don't drink tea. It's clearly ruins you mentally. Because at this point, I'm pretty sure tea has invaded my cerebral cortex and just making me into conspiracy theorist. Talking about how people build nukes in their warehouse. The next thing I know, you're gonna see me on the front lines of Tevat News with Patton in my hands, just beating on him mercilessly. It was like a cucumber or something, just screaming in his face. Say, where's the nukes? I know you have them. That's how Aether goes out. It was a plan, and dignity left living him slowly, descending into madness. No, I'll leave those. Can't really do much. So I guess we ended our turn there. Alright, looking good. We almost there. We're almost on the path to victory, for once. I'm pretty sure my sucrose will get deleted, but you know what? It's alright. It's alright. We can take it. God damn. That was a waste. Oh well. I'm gonna become today a theory crafting channel for once. I'm gonna spill the beans for once. I'm gonna tell you all the truths of the universe the Genshin wouldn't tell you.
Once again.
We just exposed a criminal mastermind right here before your eyes. I would say it went wrong when you decided you can build nukes in your warehouse without me knowing. But I knew. I knew. I mean, even that cat over there knew. You still dared to show your face here. Unbelievable. Alright, let's go see what other criminal people live here. What about you? How many nukes do you have? 10? Too little. Who do you take me for? I go at least after people who have at least 5,000, that is. Unbelievable. Some people. Alright, let's go. Wagner, what do you have to say for yourself? How many illegal swords did you sell today? I'll know it. Look me in the eyes. I'll find out. I'll find out what you did. I'll know. I'll know. Just because you wouldn't tell me doesn't mean I wouldn't know. It's all gonna be spelled in the cards. We're gonna bust every single criminal today, guys.
Let's finish this.
We're gonna be like Scooby-Doo, as I said before. We're gonna start ripping faces off today. And just because instead of the mask we're gonna rip their scalp off, doesn't mean we are in the wrong. It just means we are not correct yet. But when we find our first villain, ooh, that's gonna be glorious. Let's see. Lieben, you up. We're gonna use this. And then let's... Actually, no. Let's end that turn. Because I do want to keep those cards, they're pretty good. I'll never stop. Why would I stop doing something I love, Greg? Just as much as I love busting criminals, I love drinking tea. That's a bull-faced lie. I hate drinking tea. But I'm forced to do it. I mean, I love tea. You see, when you achieve enlightenment like I did, through drinking gallons of tea on an hourly basis. You just attain something that is inexplicable by words. Not only do you get an unbearable insomnia to the point where you just crippled by anxiety every single day, you also achieve enlightenment, which is, you know, you have to pay a price for it though. Like, you're just not gonna be able to think straight. It's just something you gotta deal with. I'm sorry to tell you this, but you just gotta accept it. That sometimes, you know, sanity is overrated, and you just gonna let it go. You just let it go. You sing the song and everything, and then you achieve enlightenment. As I said, your third eyes open straight up and closes on you because you wake up suddenly, realizing that you drank 3 gallons of tea in one row, and your bladder is destroyed. But you know what? After you wake up, you realize something. That, you know what? Maybe I am not the entire universe. Maybe I am just a part of it. And in the end, that's all that matters, really. You realizing that it's definitely worse crippling addiction to tea that you have to endure for at least 3 years. It's definitely worth it. I'm telling you guys. It's something you have to just accept as a gospel, really. Because if you don't, it's a tough stance to take, really. I wouldn't be able to help you because the tea lords, they know. They can feel it when you are not a true believer. And you know who's the biggest tea lord of them all? Is a Big Z himself. He's one. He was the one that opened the gateway to hell, I mean heaven, to me. And made me walk the path of destruction, I mean happiness. And that's what I want you all to achieve as well. Please run. I mean, yes, yes. Anyway, I hope I convinced you all. So I do expect, you know, you all to be converted at this point. There will be a quiz at the end of the stream, you know. We're gonna go through tea trivia, and unless you score 99%, there's gonna be a punishment. And you're not gonna like it. Because... Alright, you called my bluff, there's no punishment, but you know what? You're gonna be feeling really dumb if you don't do it, okay? And that's not a good feeling. Nobody likes to feel dumb. Because Zhongli doesn't like dumb people. And we all know that. Zhongli is a high intellectual and he only accepts people like him among his circle. Greg, the only tea we drink is the tears of our enemies. We only boil our teas on tears that our enemies shed when we beat them mercilessly. Alright, there we go. Our third victim is finally destroyed. We didn't find much information about his illegal firearms, I mean, cold steel weapons selling, but you know what? We'll do it next time. We cornered him. We gave him a message that he should be sleeping with one eye open at night. That's what really matters. Let's talk to his companion. She probably knows more than him. Look at those eyes. I can feel it. She deals with, like, illegal tree trading. I can smell it. Like, the tea leaves just... It just gives off the vibe, you know? She's selling some burnt tea. And it's a crime punishable by death at this point, okay? If you sell burnt tea, I mean... That's straight in slammers. Death penalty, if anything, really. But we'll let you go free for now. Because we gotta install Fia in her first. If she keeps doing it, she's gonna go there. She's gonna go straight to the underworld. Where King Yama will fucking raid hell her. But you know what?
Let's finish this.
We're in generous mood today. So we're gonna give them a chance first to repel. What the word? Repel? No. What's the fucking word? God damn, my brain's melting. I forgot the bloody word. What the fuck do you do when you I can't remember. God damn it. Repent. Thank you, Greg. Gosh, Jesus Christ. My brain is melting, I swear. We gotta let them repent. And also make sure they know what it means first. Because I clearly don't. I mean, it's probably not very difficult, Greg. Like, at this point, I'm pretty sure even a child can tell what I'm thinking about. All you need to do is drink, like, 5 gallons of tea right now, and you probably will be on the same wavelengths as me. I mean, I don't think it's that difficult. You just gotta have steel-like determination, and you'll get there. You might suffer in the process, but you know what? You'll get there. Also, I'm pretty sure... I think I read somewhere that if you drink, like, I think 2 or 3 gallons of any liquid, you die. So, I think I surpassed human limits. So, at this point, I think I'm halfway to achieving enlightenment. For real. Just becoming like a superhero. Just start like growing tea leaves out of my palms. Just like grow trees and stuff. Become like a tree man. Just start growing plantations whenever I go of tea. The next thing you know, tomorrow on the news, entire London just manifests into a tea forest. And that's how apocalypse starts. It not starts with zombies or like nukes. It starts with tea leaves. Like tea just takes over the world. And the only way to save it is to drink it all. And that's how we attain a species of humans that just reach apex of this world. We just start levitating and everything with teacups in our hands, you know? Become sentient beings for once. Ascend to a true godhood. Oh, hey, Aya. I don't know what you're talking about, Greg. What do you mean we lost? If anything, we gained something. And that something is... I don't know what yet, but we attained something, okay? Keep that in mind. Because that something is probably going to be important. As soon as I remember what it was. Because I'm pretty sure my brain is slowly melting from all the tea. So the more I talk, the less cohesiveness I make. So, it's good. That's what you want. That's what tea does to you. That's what it's all about, Greg. I mean, at this point, only chosen few can hear the gospel. Because if too many people find out, you know, tomorrow, the world is just gonna go on fire. And you don't want that. At least not yet. The world is not ready for the truth, Greg, and you know it. It only will be ready when the Father himself allows it. It only says no yet. So we're gonna follow the Father's wishes. Oh, I see. Sorry, Josh. I was in a bit of mental terrain for a bit. I hope you're still here. I'm really sorry about that. I was just melting a little bit for a while. Yes, I do remember you. Sorry about that. I wasn't checking chat while you were asking it. Sorry about that. I'll get off my mental instability horse for a little bit. But yeah. Okay. Alright. I'll spare you for now. You lucky. You lucky, Greg. You especially. You lucky. Okay? You're lucky you avoided the eternal gaze I was about to talk you through. Of truth. Let's see. What should we do? Let's do this. Get some more cards in us. Greg, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Blasphemous words right there. Unbelievable. How could you say that? A tea is the only thing that keeps us going at times, and you know it. Savik, I swear, I'm gonna force you all to drink gallons of tea right now. I'm gonna trap you in a room with a jug of tea each. It's gonna be like Saw games. I'm just gonna put you in a room, all of you, with like 3 jugs of tea. And until you drink it all, I'm not gonna let you out. It's gonna be a reverse Saw games. There's not gonna be any threat involved. The only thing that you need to do is drink tea. And unless you do it, you're not getting out. There's gonna be like a TV, a sofa, a comfortable bed, 3-course meals every day, but you're not getting out until you drink 3 gallons of tea. I'm just gonna keep you there with like as a 5-star hotel treatment. God damn it. And the only condition is drinking tea until you attain true enlightenment. So it's a pretty torturous situation, as you can see. Not many can complete it. Well, to be fair, real talk, tea kind of mid. Nah, I'm joking. I'm joking. Tea is alright, but I don't usually drink it like super often. The only time I like chug it as if it's water is when I'm sick, as right now, because that's the only like elixir of life that saves me. But usually day to day, don't really drink it that much. I don't drink coffee either. Coffee is like horrible. I hate coffee because it makes me feel like I'm goddamn Jason Bourne or something. I'm just getting paranoid all the time, thinking that somebody's about to chase me or something. Because like coffee gets me so hyped up, and I don't know if it's because of my ADHD, but like I just get paranoid more than anything. It feels like I'm high, honestly. So I don't drink coffee, but I do like tea. Just I don't drink it often. I don't know why, but the only thing I drink most of the time is water. And I don't know if it's because I'm a basic bitch, which I am, but it's probably also because I just don't really like sweet drinks that much to begin with. I don't really like sweet food in general, but I used to like drink a lot of squash situation. So like, you know those little bottles of juice that you add into water and just shake that stuff? I used to drink a lot of that when I was younger, but I think about like a year ago or so, I just started drinking water, and I was like, it feels fine. Staying hydrated and whatnot. And I just felt like, I kind of like it. It makes me feel good. But yeah. Another thing is that tea has a lot of caffeine in it as well, so that's why I don't like overconsume it, otherwise it gets me hyped up like today. So I'll lose my mind. Anyway, have you guys heard of tea? I don't think I talked about it today. I don't like dark tea. Dark tea is too bitter for my liking. I love a nice, mean green tea. I don't know if it's my Asian roots talking in me, which I don't have any, but you know what? Well, as far as I know, maybe I do.
Let's go.
But my weeb roots, however, which are deep, telling me that green tea is the way to go, because I just love it more. Makes me calm, unlike dark tea. Makes me don't feel like I'm about to explode. It also makes you feel really nice. Like warm and fuzzy. Decaf tea is just like, I don't know. It's a bit strange to me. I tried it once and I don't understand it. Because, like, it just feels bland. I don't know if it's me. And I don't like putting milk in my tea either. Like, 99% of British people put milk in their tea, and I'm like, no, I don't want it. Because I drink green tea. And I don't know about you, but I don't want milk in green tea. It doesn't feel right to me. I want my tea just as this. Nice plain tea. So I can feel the roots, you know? The roots of a tea plant that was harvested from. A nice earthy feeling. I never drank boba. I don't understand it and I don't want to understand it because the thing about it, I don't want balls in my tea. Why would I want balls? Like, what's the point of it? If I want balls in my tea, then I'll just take some balls and eat them while I drink tea, you know? I don't want balls inside of my tea. I don't want to choke. Especially with the way I eat. Are you kidding me? I would choke on that stuff so quick. Like, the first time I had friends who would order this stuff all the time. And every time they did, I was like, visibly confused because I was like, why? Why do you want to have foreign objects inside your tea? What does it give you? Do you feel special when you order that? Because goddamn, you look like you are special. And not in a good way. I don't know, it could be just me. As I said, I have weird opinions when it comes to food. But like, I don't know. To me, drinks shouldn't be adventurous. Like, one thing that you shouldn't, like, mess around with is probably drinks. Because, like, that stuff, it just should be as is. I'm fine. I'm all for, like, having weird food mix. Like, mixing, I don't know, sweet and salty, like, spicy and sweet, whatever. You know, flavors. It's perfectly normal. But when it comes to, like, liquids, I'm just like, I don't really want to experiment with it. I just want stuff as is. I do say that, although, but I don't drink that much stuff to begin with, so like, maybe it's just me, as I said, but I'm not like super adventurous either. Alright, I'll give you a story. So there was one time when I went to a restaurant with my friends in Asia. And since I'm not like super experienced eater, my friends would fuck with me. And I think it was in Japan. Yeah, it was. So we went to Ryokan, I think, to stay like the night. And we had like a full meal beforehand and everything. And like in the morning, they asked me, do I want breakfast? And I was like, well, I mean, I guess. I might be a little bit hungry. Which, when you think about breakfast, you think like, just maybe like plate of eggs, or if you are in Asia, maybe like a bowl of rice, maybe some fish, you know, like standard stuff, nothing too exciting. I go down, and I was the only one that asked for this, right? So I go down, I expect like a nice maybe cup of miso soup, maybe like some egg, I don't know, something light and fluffy. I go down, there's like an entire spread of like these little dishes. They're just stacked on top of each other. There was like 40 little dishes that were just like, they expected me to eat by myself. And I was like, did everyone else order a breakfast? Because I was fully expecting that I was not the only one to eat that. And they were like, no, that's all for you. And I was like, no, it's not. There's no way. So I was so in disbelief that I went to ask the lady that was like the waitress there, the lady that prepared it. I was like, I'm sorry, I think there was a little bit of a mix-up. I think we ordered just one breakfast. And she was like, yeah, I gave you just one breakfast. And I was like, right. Okay. I didn't expect that. So I was forced to goddamn go through every single dish and at least try everything. By the end of that meal, I felt like my stomach was about to erupt from inside. I was feeling like this black hole was getting created as I was consuming the fucking dishes. And I didn't want to be disrespectful because like I'm one of those people that like I'd rather suffer physically than let other people know how I feel about their food. You know? I would rather die from goddamn food poisoning than let people know that their food is not good. And that food was good. That wasn't an issue. It was just the entire amount. And I don't like leaving stuff on a plate either. So I forced myself to eat at least as much as I could. I couldn't finish it because I doubt anyone could. But I ate maybe like 40% of it before I was like, I just can't stomach anymore. And I felt super, super bad about asking. And like my friends were such dickheads that I wouldn't like eat it with me. And they would just giggle while I was suffering. Which is like a normal friends thing to do, I guess. But still, I was so mad at them that they didn't tell me that was like a thing that you had to be aware of if you did ask for breakfast in like a ryokan. And they had the audacity the next day to take me to like izakaya, which is like a type of Japanese pub, and like bring me for drinks, right? Which I don't drink often, but I do sometimes. And they ordered like a bunch of little side dishes, like little appetizer type situational snacks. And there was one where it just looked like some sort of like white amalgamation of some kind. And I was like, what's that? So my friends were like, well, try it, see if you like it. Which is a red flag. If anybody tells you that, don't do it. It doesn't matter who it is, even if it's your mother. Just say no. Don't trust them. Because most likely they are trying to make fun of you or hurt you. Maybe not in a malicious way, but they are looking forward to your reaction whenever somebody says that about food. Me, being a good friend that I am, I put faith yet again in my friends, which was a mistake. Which I never did again. But I tried it. So I put it in my mouth. I was like, okay, a little bit slimy. Not my thing, but it's not like I'm gonna like throw up just because I saw. I chewed it, I ate it, and I was like, what is it? And they're like, well, did you enjoy it? I mean, it wasn't like great, but it wasn't awful. Like, well, I see. Well, you see, what you ate was a fish sperm sac. So, I guess you are into that. And I was like, Nani? The fuck did you just say to me? I did a real life double take on them. I was about to, like, throw down right there, right then. So, I haven't spoke to them in like a full day. Literally after that, I went back to my room and I locked myself inside. And I was like, I don't want to talk to you until tomorrow. Just don't communicate with me at all. I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear you. I don't care what happens to you. You can die for all I care. Right now, I don't want to see anyone. I had like a full life crisis when I heard that. Because I was like... In my head, I was like, it's food. It's fine. It's natural. You can't eat it. But on the other hand, I was like, those sons of bitches tricked me. I ate something that was not supposed to be inside my body. So I had like a full blown goddamn aneurysm after that. And it was horrible. So, if there's one lesson I learned from that trip, never go with people you can't 100% trust. Because I never went on a single trip with them again. I still talk to them. They're still my friends. But I just like... I'm never going to a restaurant with you ever again. You're dead to me. In that condition. But yeah, it was fun. Good memories, you know? It was a fun trip. Probably was some other stuff that they did that I can't quite remember, but... It's, you know... You learn some stuff about yourself, about other people, when you go on the trips like that. And you realize that, you know what? Sometimes you can't even trust people you think you can. So sleep with one eye open. Oh, hey, Titan. Ooh. Alright. Let's get back to battle. I kind of zoned out while I was telling this story. I didn't even realize where we were at. I think I also tried once, like a soup. It wasn't like a particular story behind it. I just, I saw my friend ordering it. Don't ask why. I don't know why she ordered it, but I don't question stuff like that. There was a bull, penis and testicle soup. As I said, I don't know why she ordered it, but apparently she enjoyed it. And she was like, do you want to try it? And I was like, At least I know what it is. So I was like, you know what? You know what? I'm a big man. I was grown. I was like 20 at that time. So I wasn't a child anymore. And I was like, you know what? You know what? I'm a big man. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try it just to say I did. For the story like this today. And I was like, okay, I'll do it for once. So I took a bite and I was like, you know what? It wasn't that bad. It's all about the mindset, really. It wasn't that bad, because at the end of the day, it's just an organ, you know? At the end of the day, when you stop thinking about it, the way you do, it's just food. And you know what? It was okay. It wasn't good. I'm gonna be real with you. It wasn't good, but it was not bad. And I wasn't, like, enough of a dick to say, to, like, you know, my friend's face, like, what's wrong with you? Because, like, I was like, you know what? I don't understand it, but you know what? I respect it. Because at least you have the balls to eat that. I don't. So, there's that. I think that's the only, like, encounters I had was, like, adventurous food. Other than that, my experiences are pretty tame. As far as my daily, like, cookery goes, it's like Chinese food is as hard as I go. So, yeah, I'm not super adventurous. Let's do this. And, yeah, that's probably the end of turn. I mean, what do you think Rocky Mount oysters are, Sadvik? And that's what people in America eat. There's that. I bet you didn't know that. It's not even Asian people. Americans eat it. And apparently it's a delicacy that people enjoy. Besides deep fried butter, which is a thing as well, which I learned the other day. Apparently in America they deep fry butter and eat it on some like festivals. Which sounds awesome. If you want to get a heart attack, that is. Which I don't think I do yet.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Deep fried butter. You didn't mishear that, Greg. That wasn't a misspelling on my part. It's a deep fried butter. You fry butter in oil and you eat it. That's what they do. I bet it tastes like you think it does. Diabetes. I mean, it doesn't stop there. I can tell you more stuff that they make there. There's apparently an entire restaurant chain in America called Heart Attack Bar and Grill, where the entire premise of it is you need to be over a certain size. I think it's like, I don't know, 150 kilos or something. They dress you in like a hospital gown. And you go there and you eat for free if you're like over a certain size. So all the like morbidly obese people go there and eat for free. And if you don't finish your food, they spank you. And the selling point of it is that waitresses are dressed as nurses. So it's like clinic based for some goddamn reason. And yeah, people go there. And everything is like super unhealthy. Everything is like fried in butter. Everything like deep fried. The burgers look like they 10,000 calories each. It's like insane. I'm like, I remember when I visited America, I saw one from outside and I was like, I'm about to have a heart attack myself. Just from seeing what was going on inside. Because like, it was depressing, honestly, to see that somebody can make a business out of that and be successful. Because the entire place was packed, and I was like, it's just sad to me. As some people are like, they're investing into food that they just don't regard their health whatsoever. They just like, you know, just go in, ham on it. Because don't get me wrong, food is awesome, okay? Let's get one thing straight. Food is awesome. But it shouldn't be controlling your life, okay? As somebody who was like a little bit overweight in the past, I wasn't like anything, you know, crazy. But I was a little bit chubby as a child, you know, as every child is, really. Like, let's be honest, nobody like born as a same bald or like Colby, you know, from the womb. Like, everybody has a phase where, like, maybe a little bit chubby, maybe a little bit unhealthy. But, you know, like, when you grow older, you kind of have to, you know, realize that maybe I shouldn't, like, have fries for every meal, you know? Just as a suggestion. Maybe, you know, I go for a walk every now and again. Not to, like, preach to you guys, but, you know, I'm just saying. It's like, I just feel really bad for people who like struggle with that type of stuff, because I'm sure it's not easy, you know, to just say like no to food, especially if you like, you know, it's your outlet for like feeling happy and whatnot. But I'm just like, I'm sure there's other things that can make you a little bit happy, you know? Maybe they are not like as good, you know, to you, because to me it's gaming. Like, I know it's not awesome, I'll tell you, like, it's not like it's gonna change your life, make you taller, let you like grow by 10 inches and stuff like that, although it did for me, but you know, I'm kidding. Just, you know, finding a good balance, I guess, in everything, and, you know, vices is being one of them. Like, it's the same thing with everything, really. If you overdo it, it's not good for you, which is, you know, a cliche thing to say, but it is unfortunately true. Anyway, I'm not here to like tell you what to do, you know. I was just like curious about it.
We have some new items
Benny's Adventure Team, assemble!
Oh, I didn't know you vegetarian, Savik. That's pretty cool. I mean, I try to be vegetarian. I can't be vegan because I like good food too much. And unfortunately, all the good food has animal products. I know it's unfortunate as it is, because if fake food tasted as good as you know, the one made from real stuff, I would be all for it. But unfortunately, right now it's not. Although I do say that there's this burger. I think it was called Beyond Burger or something. It's super expensive. I think it's like £6 a patty or some crazy stuff like that. And it tastes like real beef, even though it's fake. I think it's made from beans or something like that. But it tastes like beef. Which is weird when you think about it, because like plants shouldn't taste like meat. But I think somehow they're like genetically infuse it in a sense of putting like certain chemicals. Like, I know it sounds weird, but it's not like harmful or anything. It's just like they're genetically modified in the sense of enhancing flavor to the point where it tastes like meat and it also bleeds like meat. So they put like either, I think, beet juice or like some hemoglobin type situation going on, and they make it like to feel like an actual beef as well, look like beef, taste like beef. And I just find it quite unusual. Oh, hey, Grotesh. I mean, I'm sure it's not like 100% healthy for you. I was just like saying that there is alternatives. I'm sure like it's not like super harmful to you, probably. Otherwise, it wouldn't like sell it. But it's like with every food, really, probably. You're not gonna like grow healthier just by eating like beef every day, because you know, it's with anything really. It's like the food nowadays is getting through a lot of like procedures to not make it like carry diseases and whatnot. So a lot of food gets sterilized to a certain extent, and like because of that, we obviously don't have the healthiest food we can possibly get. Because like the healthiest alternatives to grow your own food, and how many people can do that? Like majority of the people live in a place where they can't even have like a garden, let alone, you know, a full-blown orchard or something. Because like, even with a lot of like fruits and veggies, sometimes you get them and they bland as hell. And that's because they grown artificially, you know. Majority of stuff gets mass manufactured nowadays. So it's not as good for you and it's not as tasty, but it's not easy to grow your own stuff. Like, one of my grandparents lived in a village and they were self-sustained. Like, they would grow their own stuff. They would have like cows, they had chickens, they had a bunch of like wild life going on in the like forest nearby. So if they wanted like a deer or something, they would go, like my granddad would go hunting. And they were completely self-sufficient, so they didn't like go to stores or anything. Or they only went to store if they wanted like ice cream or something, you know, stuff that you can make yourself, but it's like a hustle. And they work hard. They would like wake up at 5 AM and go to bed at like 12 PM, you know? Like, they were working hard. It's no easy being a farmer. So we have to kind of pay for the luxury of, you know, having our food not being grown by us. And the price for it is unfortunately not getting as good of a stuff. And you know, you really decide whether it's a good thing or bad thing. I don't know myself. Oh, no worries, dog. I mean, I do agree, Greg. I still don't understand why people smoke, honestly. Like, cigarettes are the worst thing for you. Like, that's just a fact, really. Like, you can't really argue with that. It's like, you're pretty much paying for poison. And it's expensive as well. So, I have some friends that, like, smoke. And they just say this makes them feel good. Makes them feel relaxed and whatnot. I'm like, I guess I get it. But at the same time, like, I'm sure there's other things that can make you feel similarly. Without the actual effects of killing yourself. I don't know. Maybe just me, as I said. Because, like, I'm not perfect in any sense. So, I can't tell people what to do. I can't even know myself what to do half the time. So, how can I expect other people to, you know, do something that I can't? It's kind of how I think about it. Oh, I mean, when I was a child, my school bathroom were known for that. Alex, I mean, that's just how it is in schools, really. That's why people go to do it, obviously, because where else would you do it without getting caught? It's an unfortunate situation, but, you know, just how people cope with school, I guess, in certain cases.
What you owe must one day be paid.
I mean, in my school, people did much weirder things in the bathroom. I'm just saying. Maybe it was just my school, I don't know. It could be. I mean, I guess, Havoc. Well, to be fair, some people actually, like... I met some people who, like, go to gym and still smoke. So I'm like, I don't understand that. Because on one hand, you're trying to better yourself. But on the other hand, you're destroying yourself at the same time. So, like, it's like, that's a bit weird. You know? Because usually it's one or the other. It's... And I met quite a few people like that, which I was like, what are you trying to do here? Are you trying to, like, balance it or something? Just to, like, negate effects altogether? Because if you do, that's pretty bold. I mean, I just don't get what's the point of doing both at the same time is because, like, you're not gonna negate effecting of smoking by working out, and you're not gonna, like, cancel out working out by smoking either. Like, you're still probably gonna get, you know, semi-fit. You're just not gonna be, you know, super healthy. Because, like, working out doesn't really boost your health. It just makes your body look better. Like, you still have to do stuff for your health. Just working out doesn't really, you know, makes you, like, immune to diseases and stuff. It's not really the case. I don't know if it's just my ignorance, but I don't actually know if vaping is the same as smoking. Because I always saw that vaping was just like smoke, you know? I don't know if it has like nicotine in it. Because I thought it was just like flavored water that people would just use because they thought they were cool. Because vaping was a thing when I was like in college. It was like a big thing back in like 2018, 2017. And everybody was doing it as well, but I was like, I just don't really understand if it's actually harmful for you. It might be, I don't know. But if it isn't, then I'm like, I mean, if you want to do it,
Let's go.
do it, but I just never saw the appeal of it personally, because it's like, you just blow in smoke. Doesn't make you cool, it just makes you look a little bit unusual. I know it was used for people who actually wanted to quit smoking, which I thought that would be this primarily used before like all the kids started doing it. Because they felt like they needed to fit in because everybody else was doing it. I mean, as I said, I haven't been in school in ages, but like when I was a high schooler, vaping was like a big new thing that everybody was like doing it and stuff. And when I went to college, it was like clouds of smoke in every single like break. Like you would go outside, you would feel like you were in the goddamn rap music video or something. Just smoke everywhere. Because like my college was known for that type of stuff. But yeah, other than that, I just don't really get it. Because I never done it. I never even smoked, so I never go involved with vaping culture. So it kind of like just passed me by. But I did have a few friends who did it. Oh, hey, Stazzy. Oh, hey, Delight. I don't know, Greg. I mean, as I said, I just don't understand the general appeal of it to begin with. If it's not like cigarettes, right? Isn't like the stuff that makes you actually feel relaxed is the stuff that actually harmful? So like, I just don't get the entire appeal of it, because if it doesn't do anything for you, then what's the point of doing it? Maybe just, as I said, maybe I'm just too old to understand at this point. I mean, I'm saying I'm 22, it's not like I mentioned, but you know, I'm not hip. I'm not with the kids nowadays, you know? I don't know what's going on in the classrooms and stuff. But I don't know. Just feels a bit silly to me. Because as I said, majority of people that I know use it as a means to escape from actual smoking. We just say it actually helps them a lot with that. But I do know that like kids actually do it. And it's fucking dumb to me. Because like, what kind of self-respecting parent would be like, yes, you are my child and I want you to do this. Stop with fucking blowing smoke out of your mouth to your fellow peers in the schoolyard to pretend like you are cool. I'm like, is that really what's going on? Or are the kids just buying them somewhere, like in the candy store, you know? I don't know, do you need license for them? Or do you just rock up to like a vape store and just say, give me your finest juice, kind sir, like two kids in a trench coat type situation? Oh, no worries, Ivy. Have a good one. And I will keep drinking tea. Don't you worry about that. I mean, I'm sure there's a ways of getting it. Like, I'm not, you know, completely ignorant here. Like, I do understand that it's not like the hardest thing ever to get.
I can do it.
Probably. I mean, I'm saying that, but I don't know exactly. But I presume it's pretty easy. I mean, people get cigarettes in school, and that's probably much harder. You just ask somebody in the, you know.
Stand clear.
Just ask somebody older than you to buy it for you. Like, that's the way people in my school would do it. They would just have, like, they would just have a guy. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. That would be just like a guy in school that would just, like, buy stuff for everyone. You would just give him money, put a little bit on top for him, and he would just go and buy it for you. I mean, my underclassmen did that for me. Like, they asked me to buy them beer, which I didn't. But, like, that's a thing that would happen. Because, like, in my case, since I always was fairly tall, I never got questioned whenever I went to stores, which is illegal, but people just didn't care, really. So when they looked at me, they were like, you look over 18, fine, do whatever. So some people would ask me to buy them beer. As I said, I never did it, but like I got pestered to do it. Because people would be like, we go to a party, want some alcohol, can you hook us up? And I'd be like, nah, I'm good. So my friend would do it for them. Yeah, because my friend was like, I don't care. I mean, they would put him like 20 on him on the top, and I was like, I have morals. I'm not gonna do it. Hey, yo, Jake, can you do it, dog? That's what I would do. I would just direct them to my friend and like, I was that guy. Because like, they would do it anyway, and I was like, might as well just do it for them so they at least don't get into trouble. Because they weren't like bad kids or anything. So I kind of felt bad for them, but like, I just didn't want to get caught, because like, if I would get caught doing it, and they would tell to my parents, I would be screwed. My parents would fucking annihilate me. Are you kidding me? Because I was like, exemplary student, if you will. I was like always the one to like be polite to every teacher. I would be the one to like, you know, be a class representative and all the boring stuff that I hated. But I was like exemplary student that had to show, you know, to everyone how great our school is. And I was like a basketball captain, shit like that. So I couldn't mess up, otherwise it would ruin the school reputation. And yeah, it was boring. I hated it. But I was forced to do it. Oh, actually, I didn't hate basketball. I like that stuff, but you know, I just hated the pressure that was associated with all that crap. I just wanted to play video games, you know, as all of you probably would. But I was forced to do boring stuff instead of that. But all my friends were able to actually do what they wanted. Anyway, I'm getting off on a different subject. I'm sure you guys don't want to hear me talk about school. You probably have PTSD, all of you, from it to begin with.
Enhanced animal module 75.
Let's see. No, I can't really do much. So let's swap to
Let's finish
Dilek.
this swiftly.
Oh, that's fine. To be fair, to their credit, Greg, I mean, you don't really need to be that old to understand that smoking and drinking is not that good. You know? I'm just saying. It's probably what a kid should know. So I'm glad if more kids know it, because, like, I'm probably the boomer here. I'm, like, the oldest one. I'm not the hip one. I swear. If only I was the vaping king, you know? If only I had, like, the juice. It all could have been uphill from there. Unfortunately, I don't. Unbelievable. I kind of do agree that, like, addictions are not... Actually, to be fair, addictions could be good if you utilize them properly. Because when you say addictions, you probably think of like harmful ones, but there also could be good addictions. Like, for example, you could get addicted to working out. That's a good thing. You can get addicted to reading. That's another good thing. You can get addicted to like drawing. You can get addicted to, you know, some useful stuff that you just, you know, enjoy a lot. I think addictions are not bad as long as they are not harmful to you. Like, you gotta find a good balance, because everything you do excessively could be considered an addiction. As long as you don't, you know, obsessively do it and cause harm to yourself, I think that's not a bad thing. Because, like, even with good things, like, if you excessively read, you can ruin your vision. If you excessively work out, you can ruin your body. If you excessively work, you get, you know, burnouts, stuff like that. It's all about balance, really. But there's certain things like smoking. With drinking, you can make an argument because it's more of a social thing and it's not like super harmful to you if you do it in moderation. So there's an argument made there, but yeah, with smoking is with the one that I think people just make arguments that just suit them personally. It's not really like a general thing. And I think that's one of the addictions that majority of people should cut out if they could. Because it's not easy probably, but you know, I think it's one of the addictions you shouldn't have, really. Because there's plenty of addictions out there that you have. For example, my addiction is teaching people lessons. And goddamn, I can't stop. And I'm not even a teacher, if you can believe it. I don't know why I started again. How do I exit it? No. No. Go away.
Let's go.
I pressed it by mistake. How do I... I think maybe when turn begins. There we go. You can see it. I didn't mean to start it again. Ah, there we go. Excellent. That's rough, Sally. I mean, I'm glad to hear that, you know, you're doing good now and you are, you know, in charge of yourself. Don't let your, you know, siblings and parents define you. That's a good thing. I'm glad that you found it in yourself, you know, to be a better person as a result. Because, you know, going through rough times is where everyone has to deal with, and some of us are lucky enough to know, like, have family issues, but some are not, and it's all about how you deal with it and what you take out of it. Because I definitely took a lot of life lessons as a child that I probably didn't need to. I'm not gonna get into it, but yeah, I had to do a lot of things as well that probably children shouldn't. Just to, you know, get by and stuff like that. Not so, like, extreme, but, you know. Like, I had to move schools, like, 4 times or 5 times throughout my childhood, which is a lot. I had to remake my friends multiple times. A bunch of other stuff. I was hustling as a kid. Like, I remember telling on one stream, I was finding ways to make money in the sense of, using my gaming skills, because I was a gamer, obviously, as you can tell. I mean, gaming, G Fuel runs in my blood, okay? So as a gamer, I'll find ways to make money by, like, either selling in-game items, like in World of Warcraft and a bunch of other games. I would, like, boost people in, like, League when I was playing there. Would earn money that way, and you know, a bunch of other stuff. Because I wasn't like gonna find a real job as a child. Are you kidding me? Then what would I do? Not gaming. Like, my gaming skills would deteriorate, and I can't allow that. You kidding me? Not being a gamer? Unbelievable. How would I deal with that? Alright, there's one more challenge that we haven't completed. Let's go there.
Benny's adventure.
But yeah, I made like decent money as well as a child. Like as a 15-year-old, I had enough money to like sustain myself if I really wanted to. But I didn't. I spent it on games, so there's a lesson to learn there. Like as a child, learn the importance of money, which I didn't until I was an adult. So yes.
He's out upon the sea. Pose, Rosa.
Hey, who's that skulking around?
No one's joined me on an adventure in ages. Come on, let's go.
Because I was earning like, I'd say about minimum wage worth of money as from like 12 to 16, just by, you know, doing things for people in games. I was invested back in games, but you know what? I was like, it helped me to understand that like, if you are good at something,
Adventure time.
you can make money out of it. Because like, while other kids my age would just play games, you know, I would at least try to do something about it. Which I think is a good thing. Like, obviously don't do it, you know, I didn't do it with the, like, initial intent of making money. I just did it for fun, because I enjoyed it. And then some people offered to do it for money. That's kind of how I go into it. I wasn't like, you know, just went to people and was like, hey, I'll do this, give me money, you know? It was more like, people noticed I was good at something, and they were like, I'll give you this much if you do this for me. And I was like, okay. Because what else am I gonna do as a 13-year-old?
Benny's adventure.
Go to
team
school?
football.
Gross. Study? No. Why would I do that? But yeah.
Or not.
Listen, dog. I have an addiction to teaching people life lessons. That's my biggest addictions, okay?
Oh, ow.
That is a true statement. I take addictions and turn them into something positive for myself. I know that's no good thing, probably, but that's why I do it. Because, you know, guys, that statement is true, because I'm just passionate, okay? I'm not addicted. You could say I'm addicted, but I'm passionate, okay? Gaming, manhwa, what else? Giving life lessons, being a spiritual teacher to many, you know? Many things I'm addicted to, but none of them are harmful, okay? You can argue that drinking tea is harmful for you excessively, but you know what? You know what? That's what non-believers say. Because if you are a believer, you know. Let us know. And just because people tell you that drinking a gallon of tea every day is not healthy, they just don't want you to succeed, honestly. And you know it's true. You know it's true because a stranger on the internet told you so. And that's what matters. Flirting with Zhongli is the greatest thing you can possibly do, Greg. Alex, that's pretty sad to hear, I'm sorry. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm really sorry that that's the case. Please go hug your mother, I'm sure they love you. They might be just busy. Please don't see me as a parent. That's not a good thing, okay? I want you to actually, you know, just see it more as an enjoyable experience. Don't, you know, base your life around them. Because majority of the stuff I say is jokes, okay? Sometimes I'm not joking, but please don't take it super seriously, okay? Just as long as you're okay. That's all that matters. That's alright, Alex. That's what all kids are like. Just remember that, you know, your parents are probably doing their best. It's no easy being a parent. I'm saying as I probably will never have a child because I'm a child myself. In both mind and... I wanted to say body, but then I realized that's probably not the case considering I'm 6'4". Like, what kind of child did you see that's so gigantic? Doubt there's some, like, 12-year-old that's, like, rocking 6'5", just strolling around, you know? Like nobody's business. There he goes again, chilling out on his own Discord. Jesus. Look at that shameless man right there. Unbelievable. But yeah, if you want to join Discord, feel free. That shameless goose over there, he's the one running it. So if you want some brownie points, basically suck up to him. If you do it to me, nothing happens, because I don't do anything there. I'm just showing up and saying a few things every now and again. Making a few ha-has and then leaving. You know? That's what I do on there. That's good to hear, Alex. I mean, look, real talk for a second. Just make sure that you have, like, just make good memories with your parents, because, you know, they're not gonna stay... I know it's tough to hear, but, like, the earlier you realize, the more, like, you're gonna treasure, you know, your moments with them. Your parents are not getting younger, okay? And I know it's not, you know, something you need to worry and, you know, stress around it much, but... I want you to realize this, guys. Your parents might not be the best, but they probably try their best, okay? It's not easy being one. I'm sure you all probably understand it. So, just try your best, you know, to be the best version of yourself for them. And just try to, like, you know, don't stress them out too much. And just be, like, a good son, daughter, you know? Just make good memories with them so you can relish them when you, like... grow older and maybe have kids of your own, you know, so you can relay those experiences and memories to them and maybe give them a lesson of some kind. Just, you know, because at the end of the day, all our life is based on experiences and you make it whatever you want it to be. So you can make it as good or as bad as you want it to be. And as I said, I don't really have good relationship with my dad, and that's based on a mix of me and him being not the greatest, you know, parent and child in the world, so I don't speak to him as often, so for the past almost 10 years. So, you know, I see my stepfather as more my parent figure, and he was the man that told me a lot of the things that I know now. He's my role model, and he was the man that, you know, made me who I am today. And I'm exceptionally grateful to him for that. But my biological father is not, you know, the greatest man ever. And I kind of regret, you know, not getting close to him when I could. Because at least then I wouldn't have, like, a guilt of sorts. But now it's a bit late for this, so it is what it is, you know? But for you guys, it might be a better, you know, situation where you can, you know, reconcile with your parents and, you know, just treat them good. Because, like, on the other hand, I have good relationship with my mother, you know? I still, you know, we talk every now and again. We are, you know, friendly with each other. We don't get into many arguments. Perfectly fine, you know? Those give and take. Especially if you have just, you know, single parent raising you. it's even more important in that case. Because if you think it's hard to raise somebody with 2 people, it's double as hard, if you can believe that. Or even triple as hard to do it by themselves. So yeah. I didn't mean to get into like heavy topics like that, but I thought it would be important for you guys to hear. Because I'm sure some of you probably need to hear that. Alright. The teacher mode is off for now. So, yeah. If you guys want me to give you advices like that, you can always ask me to. Like, I know I'm like a jokey haha type of guy most of the time, and I make jokes a lot. But I always can get serious if I need to be. You know? I always fine with like talking about real stuff if you needed to. If you like don't have anyone else to talk to it about, you can just use me as, you know, a faceless type of voice that you can just talk to about it and not feel intimidated about it. Because I know it's not easy to talk about real stuff with, you know, real people. Most of you probably shy about it, which is not a bad thing. Because everybody's shy at some point. Nobody's born like this giga child that can, like, you know, conquer and divide everything. And like doesn't have any weaknesses. Except Jean-Li though. Because that man was born perfect, but we are not Jean-Li, unfortunately. None of us. There's somebody that didn't talk to theirs for 10 years. I'd say it's not normal, but, you know, it is what it is. You can force it, because you can talk to somebody that doesn't want to talk to you. I was unfortunately more of a... on the opposite side, I was the one that didn't want to talk to them, but... if your parent doesn't want to talk to you, that's a bad thing, but you can force them. So I'd say just give it time. I wouldn't force it. I would just let them communicate with you first, because clearly there's some issues they're having with talking to you, and it's probably not your fault. It's probably their fault. So unless they work through that, you're probably not gonna help it by like forcing your way through. So just, you know, do your best. Just trying to get, you know, by for now. And then if they feel like talking to you, I'm sure they'll try to communicate. And this is what I think. I don't know. As I say, I'm not a qualified therapist. I can't like give you proper advice on stuff like that. But all I can say is from my personal experiences, which are not like bountiful. I'm only 22, as I said, but I've been through a fair chunk of life, if I do say so. So I can give good advice if I want to, every now and again. It might not be like the most useful one, but it's advice nonetheless, I guess. Honestly, self-guilt is just not gonna help anyone, really. I feel like a lot of people guilt themselves over a lot of things, and at the end of the day, you know, life is just too short to worry about things like that. You just gotta live your best and not worry about things that you can't fix. Because I'm a believer of you shouldn't worry about things that are out of your control. Because if you worry about stuff like that, you're just gonna not enjoy your life at all. Only worry about things that you can control. Because that way, at least you know that what you're doing actually matters. At least that's what I think.
By royal decree.
So just enjoy yourself, you know, try to maybe learn a skill or two. Maybe try to, like, master something. You know, maybe learn a language even, you know? Just try new things, you know, experiment. Life is all about, you know, trying out what you're good at.
Help.
And who knows, maybe you'll discover, like, you have a hidden talent. Maybe you'll learn you're, like, an insane musician, you know? You're, like, insane on a guitar. Just because you tried it, you know? Just don't dwell on the past. Focus on the future. And just, you know, keep pushing. Trying your best every single day. Or at least majority of the time. Because every single day is a little bit tough, I know. Sometimes we all like to be a little bit lazy. But sometimes gotta knuckle down and just keep moving, keep pushing and moving forward. Anyway, I've been on this topic for too long. Probably bore half of you to death with this. I just thought it's interesting to talk about. Yeah, let's end the turn. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of other language streamers out there. It's perfectly fine, I mean... As I said, English is not even my first language either, so... It's perfectly reasonable thing to say, Stasi. Don't worry about it. Alright, let's end this battle because it's been going for a while. Can I get a little bit tired of it? I don't remember why I started again. I think I was like missing one mission. And since I'm a completionist, in a way, not really, but you know, I like things to be wrapped up neatly. Nicely. And my Hearthstone days as well as Magic the Gathering days just not allow me to have a loss on my record. Yeah, Russia's fine. I mean, I was born in Ukraine about 10 years now. I moved away to England because my parents moved there. But yeah, I was born there. I mean, I don't have any hard feelings against Russians. Like, it's nothing to do with me nowadays. I know the situation that's going on there is bad, but I don't blame normal people. I'm not that type of person, like, you know. I never have hard feelings against anyone, really. I'm very, like, welcoming when it comes to good people. Like, I obviously will call out people that are, you know, nasty or whatever. But as long as you're a chill person, I'll never blame anyone for anything, really. I'm as chill as it gets. I mean, there's a reason why my name is Lax, you know? Because I rarely lose my cool for actual serious reasons.
Adventure time.
I prefer to be jokey and, you know, mess around more than anything. I think we're actually done with the challenges now that I look at it. Unless there's some hidden stuff, which I don't think so. Yeah, I think we're done with all the challenges in Leeway. I think that there's a more in Sumeru. Let's see. Is there no in port? Is it in the main city? No, there's not. Interesting. Maybe I need to teleport there. Let's see. I mean, Greg, as I said, life's too short to be angry all the time. I'm not the type of person to get mad about things. The only thing that I would get mad about is when people blasphemously talk about my boy. This is the only time I lose my cool. But other than that, I'm perfectly chill with anything. I mean, I remember there was one time somebody said Jean-Li's kind of mid, and I was like, I was about to lose it, honestly. That never happened, I just made it up, but you know what? I made my point. I also like Genshin, but Stasi, what you're saying is also a double-edged sword. Because not everybody is nice, unfortunately. There's a lot of people there are a little bit on the, you know, meaner side as well. It's all about who you associate yourself with. Because if you associate yourself with nice people, then it's always nice to, like, connect with new individuals. Am I tripping, by the way? Is there no card challenges in, like, Sumeru? I swear somebody told me there are. But maybe I'm just confused. Because, like, they're still showing up, so...
Team, assemble!
I think somebody lied to me. Unbelievable. Greg, I think it was you. You sneaky snake. How could you lie to me? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I mean, seriously, it's all about, like, opening up yourself. Like, I told this story before, but when I was a child, just because there's probably some people who didn't hear it before.
That's what they say.
When I was a child, right?
Knowing my luck, the opposite is
I
probably
was
true for me.
very shy. So I didn't talk to a lot of people. I haven't spoken to many. I didn't have many friends to begin with. I think I had maybe like 2 friends at most. And that was because we were friends since childhood. So I spent majority of my time playing with them. And whenever I would be home and my friends would be busy, I would feel alone. So I would feel really lonely. So what I would do is I would go on Discord and I would chat with random people about whatever. Like, I would join like random anime groups, random game groups, random like manhwa groups, whatever. Like, it was. I wasn't reading manhwa back then, but I was reading a little bit of manga. I would join in and I would talk about things that were interesting to me. And that was a way I would meet interesting people. And that was through their experience. I actually met some of my best friends nowadays. I think I met like 3 people that I'm still like really good friends almost 10 years later. And that's how I go over my own anxiety. Because like from the way I talk now, you probably wouldn't think that I was like super anxious person. You would probably think that I just, you know, always outgoing, outspoken. But I'm not. I'm introverted. I'm not an extrovert. I still feel a little bit anxious meeting new people like in real life and everything like that. I'm, you know, just a normal human as well. But I got over my fears. I face them head on. I force myself to, like, you know, put myself out there. Because even doing it online, you know, meeting people in a voice chat is scary. Especially as a child, can you imagine? Because, like, majority of the time, I would speak to adults. And since my voice was deeper than majority of kids, they wouldn't realize, really, that I was an adult. Like, they would probably understand that I was, like, maybe my high school at most, I'd say. Probably thought about it. But I wasn't. I was a child. I was like 13 maybe. And I would do that for like a year. I would just force myself to go into like random groups with people that I had nothing to do with. I never talked to them. I never communicated with them. I would just like randomly show up and would be like, oh, hey, how's everyone? You know, like sheepishly. And I would communicate that way. I would talk to them, I would like get to know them, and I would build connections. And through those connections, I would meet more people and more and more and more. I would expand like my circle of acquaintances and eventually become friends with them and start talking about like life, start talking about my personal experiences, start saying like
All the world holds dear.
what I feel about stuff. And I met a lot of people who helped me. There were a lot of really, really nice people that actually gave me some life advice that I still carry to this day. Like some of the stuff that I told you, I got told from other people.
Astra,
It's not all just, you know, coming from my head.
thank you for completing.
Some of the stuff I actually got told as a child, which was really, really helpful to me. And it made me realize, you know, like, what I should do with my life. Not like to an existential type extent, but it still helped me a lot. And that's kind of how I got. So if my advice would be like, I know it's hard to meet people in real life. It's not easy. But if you get a chance, if you have an interest, whatever it is, it could be plants, it could be music, like whatever you are interested in. It could be even Genshin, for goodness sake. There's plenty of groups. Just join them and talk to them. Whether it's chat-based or voice-based. I know not everybody is confident enough in their voice. And the other reason why I did a lot of voice is because I wanted to practice my voice acting. So I'd like put up voices and stuff like that. And it'll get blended in. Like the way I would open up is I would like imitate the voice of a character of a show or game that the group was based on. And I'll crack up jokes that way. And that's how I'll get, you know, into the group. How we get associated with people, you know? Just find your thing and start talking to people about it. Start getting comfortable with it. Start getting more confident. Get more and more involved with them. And eventually, hopefully, I can't promise, everybody's different, but hopefully you will get confidence. And you'll start, you know, seeing yourself for who you really are. And maybe even along the way you'll find what you're good at. I mean, there's a lot of really, really, really nice people out there. There's a lot of dickheads as well, but you know what? That's just what you gotta deal with sometimes. You gotta sweep through a pile of garbage every now and again to find the gold. With the amount of bad people I met is a lot. But you know what? At the end of the day, you just gotta deal with that. You just gotta realize that not everybody's gonna be nice. And sometimes you gotta meet bad people. But you gotta learn from that and you're gonna get better. And eventually meet maybe in your friends for life in certain cases. Because one of the actual people that went to Japan on like the trip that I was talking about was actually the person I met on Discord. And who is still one of my great friends. Now that I think about it, since he made me the sperm sack, maybe he's not such a good friend. But you know what? That's beside the point. Look for your friends, you know? Just don't look for friends like that. Maybe. I mean, he's still a really nice guy, but I still haven't forgiven them. Even 3 years later. Still hold the grudge to this day. But yeah. I hope that was helpful. To at least one of you. I really do. At least to a certain extent. I don't expect it to, like, change your life. Like, you open your third eye and start to see things clear for the first time, you know? But I at least hope it gave you some clarity in your own, you know, decision making. Just give you some, you know, stuff to think about on your own time and consider what you want to do with yourself.
Let's finish this swiftly.
Just have a goal and, like, work towards it. I'd say. That would be my final advice. Because goal-oriented people are the most hardworking people out there. And the most scariest people out there as well, because there's nothing more intimidating than a person with a goal. Because if somebody has a goal, you better not mess with them. Because you're probably gonna get swept up in the storm if you mess with somebody who is goal-oriented. Because I know I was, like... My friends called the blunt end of a few things while they were like trying to play a few pranks on me while I was like busy doing certain things. And they never did it again afterwards because they realized what's gonna happen. There was one time when I was I think practicing in basketball one of my friends tried to... I think one of my friends tried to, like, pass a ball in a way they would hit, like, my nuts for whatever reason. And I realized that. So what I did is I blocked it with my knee. And it bounced back right into their crotch. And the poor lad laid there for like good 20 minutes. Anguish in pain. And I did it without like consciously realizing it, just because I was in the zone, if you will. I was like in Kuroko. I was like entering the zone, sparks was like flying off my eyes. I was doing like 3-pointers and everything. Like crazy dunks. And the bastard dared to interrupt me. I was like in full Akashi mode right there. My Imperial eyes was right there. I was like seeing everything. So he regretted that greatly. Never messed with me again after that. I just remember this story. It's funny to me. I don't know how I forgot it. But yeah, I had a basketball career, if you will. It was pretty insane. As a tall lad, I was playing as a center. Okay? So, I was jumping. Pulling them 2-pointers all the time. I hated playing as center, honestly. I know it's beside the point, but like... It was so stressful to me, because... I was like the tallest dude in our team, so I had to like block other tall dudes as well, like by myself, because all the other players were like barely 6 feet, and I was like the only dude that was 6'4", and I was like god damn, because some of the dudes were even taller than me on the opposite teams, and I was like, I just had to like learn how to maneuver by myself really while passing the ball. I actually learned, like, you know when in Kuroko no Basket, Akashi does, like, the elbow type pass? I actually tried to do that once. I'm not even fucking around. I actually tried to do that once, and I succeeded. I was so goddamn proud of myself, because I did it subconsciously. I was, like, blocked by, I think, 3 people. And I was just looking around, and I saw there was... From the corner of my eyes, I saw like my body just like running towards me. So what I did, I just put like my ball behind me and just like elbow kicked it to the side. And I was like, yes, yes. That was my moment. That was a moment when I knew I'm a goddamn prodigy. I tried to copy a lot of moves. I was like that type of guy that would like try to copy moves from anime. I was cringy as fuck, if you can believe it, but you know what? I was proud, goddammit. Alright, let's finish that. I mean, it teaches us all something. Stasi, it's all about learning things. And you know what? What a better teacher than anime out there? Anime is the greatest teacher that anyone can have. I pity those that don't watch anime as children. Because goddamn, with the amount of shows that I watched that taught me life lessons... Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Taught me a power of friendship. And to believe in the... heart of... No. Wrong. Fairy Tail told me a power of friendship. Yu-Gi-Oh! Told me to believe in the heart of the cards. One Piece told me there was good Nakama you can get through anything, and that One Piece is goddamn real. Naruto told me that it's a mid-show, and I never washed it. And Bleach told me there was a cool hairstyle you can get through any issues. So that's why I have a cool hairstyle as well. Aizen told me that. I mean, when that man slicked his hair back, I knew. That's what I want to be like. Some life lessons out there for you.
Leaving so soon?
That's why I knew, like, as a child, I already knew my past was set in stone. And that was being a weeb. You know, sometimes you're just born to be something. And I was born to be many things, but among them, a weeb is one. At the tippity top of the list. I mean, as soon as I saw my first Pokemon scene when I was like 5, I knew. That was it. I think we're gonna lose this, but you know what? You know what? We're gonna go out in style. I wish I could grow hair as slick as Kenpachi's. Are you kidding me? Kenpachi has like the slickest hair out there, but like, how do you make your hair stand like that? How much hair gel do you think you need? I can't afford that. You need like the entire can of hair gel to make your hair look as slick as Kenpachi's. I only can wish my hair would be so goddamn spiky. It's not happening. My hair is as gravity rejecting as a goddamn rock, you know? It's not moving. It's just embedded there. It doesn't go up. No matter how hard I try. And I also never had like long hair. Just because I didn't want to like find out how I look with long hair. Because I was afraid I would not look good. Because if one day I decided to like grow long hair, I want it to be like my decision. You know? I didn't want it to be like influenced by something else. But I was always afraid that if I did grow it, I would look like a goddamn weep. Because you know, there's some people with long hair, they either look like John Lee, or they look like a basement dweller. And there's no in between. You can't tell me otherwise. You either look like Fabio, or you look like a janitor. And there's just no in between, you know, really. And that's a shame, because sometimes you want to be, you know, have luscious locks. But you can't, as a man. And that's a natural debuff we have as males. I'm sure some ladies can relate. Having long hair from birth, being blessed by that, and looking good with them. Some of us only wish we can do that. We are not gifted enough as a species. Because, like, do you know how many long-haired men out there are looking good? Because there's not many. And the ones that do, they know they look good. I mean, every time I read like a manhwa and I see a long-haired protagonist, I'm like, you lucky son of a bitch. And it's always like the super hot as well, which is like a wound to my heart as well, because it just drives deep at the point that I might not ever have that. And it's upsetting, honestly, more than anything. Oh, no worries, Doug. I'll probably be rounding up at some point as well. I mean, we've been going for 3 hours. No worries. Have a good one, Doug. I'll see you in the next one. I mean, Stazzy, we all dream of long hair. So yeah, it's rough. We all wish we had golden, like, locks just waving around. But unfortunately, we don't have it. Real shame. To be fair, like, some women look better with, like, short hair. Because, like, some women can rock it. Like, you know, to use some women in Genshin, for example, like Yellen. I can imagine Yellen with long hair. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like Yellen with long hair would not be Yellen. Like, with that haircut, she looks slick. We're losing this one, but it's alright. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm not into that. I'm like the type of dude that actually washes his hair religiously every day. Just because I hate the feeling of greasy hair, I despise it with all my being. If there's one thing I hate, is the feeling of grease on my body. I take showers daily. I don't know if it's just me, but I can't stand the feeling of dirt on myself. Like, if I get messy, I need to take a shower the same day, otherwise I'm not gonna feel clean when I go to bed. And it's probably just me, but I just feel like it's something everyone should do, honestly. To just cleanse themselves of the world when they, you know, done with the day. It could be just me, as I said. Ooh, rough. We might actually win this one if we try good enough.
Leaving so soon? No escape!
It's gonna be a close one. Ooh, a book. We might win this. I don't know. We'll see. I think I'll probably end it after this. Because I'm a little bit tired myself and it's been quite a long one. Been losing my mind for a while. I mean, as I said, I'm not a germaphobe. At least I don't think I am.
Animal test 6308.
But, as I said, I just don't feel good unless I take shower every day.
An eye for an eye.
We lost that one. Rough.
Need to make adjustments.
I'll probably do it again at some point. I didn't pay enough attention to it, that's probably why. But that's alright. Let's see, do we have anything else interesting? I guess... should I leave it for tomorrow? Let's see what time it is. It's 11 already. I'll leave the events for tomorrow, I think. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow again, anyway. But we'll probably do this event tomorrow. And I think we might actually start chipping in on story quest again. Because I want to do Inazuma at some point, and since we are locked out from it, I think it will be a good idea since the event is going on anyway. So, I think tomorrow we're gonna do the Dainsleif quest, and maybe some other, like, prerequisite stuff, maybe even complete Teapot. And I think we'll go from there. And probably on Sunday, I'd say, we're gonna do the entire Inazuma in one go. So, I think that we're gonna call it a day for now. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you all tomorrow. Probably 3 o'clock. I'll make a community post later when I decide when it is. And I hope you guys have a good day. Or the remainder of it. Evening or night, depending on where you placed. And I'll see you all later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.